Alright, what's up? What's good? What's good? You already know who it is. The person that comes out every few months, and I always apologize about it, but it's me. You already know. For those of you who don't, who probably unsubscribed a long time ago, it's Mr. Funny Man 100. I used to do these videos a lot more often than I usually have been doing now, but you know, I'm gonna try. It's hard. I can't front. It's hard, but I just want to talk about a few things. You know, this video is gonna be talking about what I usually talk about. Sony, I think they're the hardest working company so far. Like this year, they just been on their game, like literally, you know, pun intended. And it's just been crazy. I mean, no other company right now besides Sony is working as hard as they are. I mean, Microsoft, like always, gets about 1 or 2 exclusives a year. You know, basically, what did they have all year? Really nothing. If it wasn't for multiplayer games, let's be honest. I'm sorry, you 360 gamers wouldn't really be playing anything at all. I mean, of course, Gears is getting good reviews. There's no doubt about that. It's getting good reviews, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell 5 million plus. You know, but you know, of course, when you got nothing to play and you anticipate, and they, you know, I think that's Microsoft. I don't know if that's Microsoft's strategy or what. They don't bring out nothing exclusive wise, and then you know, towards the end they come out with, you know, here's something. And everyone goes crazy because they're starving so much. And I know a lot of people say, you know, I read an article on News for Gamers. PS3 gamers brag about PS3 games, they're exclusives, but they don't go out and buy them. Now, I buy exclusives. I have more than one. This year I have bought way more than one exclusive. Exclusives for the PS3. And my thing is, I think the PlayStation is exactly what it is. It's a PlayStation. It's a bunch of games, and there's different types of games, and you don't just have that one game that's gonna sell in the 10, 15 millions. You know, you got a bunch of games selling in the 3, 4, 5, 6 millions, you know, 3 millions each, 4 millions each, and you got, to me that's better than just having one game, or Halo, or they all go crazy once a year. This year Sony has been busting ass. They've been coming out with so many things, and you know, starting from the beginning, you know, with you had the Killzone 3, you know, you had, which in my opinion, I'm gonna be honest, I like Killzone, I love Killzone 3. I just feel Killzone 2 was was a little bit better, but I did like Killzone 3. I know they tried to change it up a little. They added stealth and all that stuff, and I think the online was better this time around. I think Killzone 2, I don't know, for some reason I like the graphics in Killzone 2. It's a little weird saying it, but they changed it up. They did like a more art style, I don't know how to explain it, for part 3. It has some scenes where it looked crazy, it looked real, you know, serious, but I don't know, maybe it's just something about, I'm not saying Killzone 2 was like completely better. There were things, you know, on and off for both. You know, that 2 was better than 3 and a lot. That 3 did better than 2. But anyway, we started off with Killzone 3. You had Little Big Planet 2. You had MLB The Show. You had Infamous 2, which I'm still currently playing right now. You know, you got Resistance 3 that I'm about to cop right now. You know, these games, and you see different genres. You know, you got your play, create, share. You know, you got your oh, forgot about Motorstorm 3. You know, your off-road racing, you know, your first-person shooting, and then it's crazy. It's crazy. And then come on, and then you got PS Vita, which is gonna bust 3DS ass. I don't care what anybody says. And yes, people's gonna say, I think you're hating on Nintendo, because I had another article, or I said something else about Nintendo. I'm happy they feel it, because they've been getting, and I have a Wii. I ain't gonna front, I got a Wii. My sister bought it for me for Christmas, for my daughter. But I feel like Nintendo's was getting over on so much, and they got so much good news, and I think they get away with so much. And it's like, you know, Nintendo, it's like, I just feel like I think that their company, alright, they know how to milk. Alright, I'm talking about Mario, they milk the hell out of that franchise, you know, and I just feel like they get over, like they just spit out these games, and you know, it's like, seriously, how many great games are there? The only good games, they don't really have great new IPs, Nintendo. They stick to what's been selling, you know, they don't really take chances. They take chances in their hardware, but not in their software. You know, they stick to their guns. You know, and if you look at it, look at all the new IPs Sony has come out with this generation, like Infamous and Uncharted and Resistance. They're not just going, you know, they got their Metal Gear, but they don't just stick to the past. They do new stuff too. And look at Uncharted 2, just the second game already Game of the Year. Come on. Alright, yeah, they did the Killzone 2 and 3, and that was in the past, but they also have new things. You know, a lot of new stuff that Nintendo's doing is like, you know, it's crappy anyway. It's like cheap. It feels, you know, and I don't know. Microsoft, we all know what they stick to. Gears, Halo, Gears, Halo, Gears, Halo. All the stuff that makes mad noise doesn't really do anything at the end. Like LeBron. A whole bunch of hype doesn't really do anything at the end. You know, like games like Alan Wake, you know. Or the other one, the Metal Gear Solid clone, Splinter Cell. All that noise is gonna be the craziest. They didn't really do much noise at the end. It came out and that was it. And it didn't sell to 5 to 6, 8, 9 millions, you know, like it does with the Gears and Halo, because Microsoft just sticks to their thing. They try something new. I don't know, it doesn't work. Those games might as well should have just been multi-class, you know, the Alan Wake and the other one. But Sony's just been, they're hard working. They're doing everything. They're doing everything from, you know, from their games. They're making their services better for online. They're coming out with the Vita, and you can't complain about the games they're coming out with Vita. And the graphics look crazy. The hardware is crazy. All the stuff you could do on it is crazy. You cannot tell me there's no other company right now that's doing better than Sony. And I think I want to talk about 3DS. No one's even. I was shocked. I thought people. I don't know. I was just thinking, oh, it's Nintendo. They're gonna go crazy. But I started realizing something like, kids are not really into 3D like that. I think Nintendo failed at that part. All they did was add a 3D to their thing, and got a whole bunch of old games and renewed, and did, like, you know, renewed and did remakes. That's it. You know, that's not what really kids go for. You know, if I think if Vita would come out with 3D, it would have done more better, because it's more. Vita goes for more. Sony goes for more the teens and adults. You know, I mean, they got kids too, but they go for more the teens and adults, and teens and up are the ones that will probably be more into 3D. Then when you see a kid when you're in the train who has a DS, a little 6-year-old girl, you know, or a little 5-year-old boy, they don't care about 3D. They don't care about that. Parents don't really care about that either. So it was like, I don't know, that was bad choice for Nintendo. And yeah, I'm glad they finally seen something. You know, Nintendo always, I mean, Sony always gets a lot of hate sometimes, and people's, oh, they don't do this, they don't do that right, oh my god, they suck, they didn't sell this. Nintendo got to know what it feels like, you know. So I mean, if anybody wants to challenge this or have another video, let's go, you know, let's do it, you know. Keep it professional. I ain't calling out nobody no names. I ain't saying this. I just feel Sony is the most hard-working company out there right now. Their games, it speaks for itself. Their Vita, when it comes out, yes, I will cop it. It looks hot. I mean, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. People who think Microsoft, seriously, you get 3 people in one room. A guy who owns a 360, a guy who owns a PS3, and a guy who owns a Nintendo. Ask them what they've been playing all year exclusively. And I think the guy who owns a PS3 is going to be the one talking a little bit longer than everybody else. And they're going to have more to say. Alright, because I know I've been busy with games. You know, I mean, I'm talking exclusive wise. Alright, yes, you got multi-platform. If it wasn't for games like LA Noire and Mortal Kombat, because those are other games I've been playing too, on GameFly, I don't really know what you've been playing. Nintendo, I don't really know what the hell they've been playing, because they don't get those kind of multi-plats that 360 and PS3 get. So, you know, 360, they get bailed out by those multi-plats. Nintendo, you know, they mostly make their own games too. Or they got a lot of support from other companies, but they don't really get like the Mortal Kombats that we get, because they stuck to their gun with the hardware, so they gotta live with that. That's what happens. So, and the Wii U, I don't know about that either. We'll see what happens. But right now, another thing I want to talk about, I'll get more to in the other video too, but what you want to see in the next generation. You know, we'll talk about that too. I'm going to make more videos. I know I always say it, I don't, but I'm going to make more videos. I promise. Mr. Funny Man 100. Ain't nothing funny, man. I always keep it 100. Holla. I'm out. 1.